Troopers taking the stand to testify for one of their own who was shot in the line of duty. James Casey survived after he was shot in the face back in 2014 during a traffic stop.
About 5 years later, the man accused of shooting him is on trial. 3TV's Brittany Thomason joining us live in downtown Phoenix with more tonight. Brittany.
Bueno pleaded not guilty for this. Take a look at this tweet James Casey put out yesterday. He says, "I've waited over 5 years for this day to get here." He says to say the nerves are beginning to set in is a huge understatement. He says, "Wish me the best."
Shots fired! Officer down, officer down. Officer's been shot in the head.
Trooper Ronaldo Cruz looked sad as he relived this day in October 2014. He's one of the 2 troopers who showed up to a traffic stop near I-17 in McDowell's backup. Ramon Bueno was in the car with 4 others when police say Casey stopped their car for a window tint violation.
Casey put his head down and started writing in his notebook, and then that's when I heard shots fired.
I felt if he had any chance to survive whatsoever, I was probably his best choice. So I ran up to him and I straddled his body, and I was looking at his face, and initially I could just see a little bit of blood on his face, and I noticed that his eyes were open, but they were completely rolled back.
The prosecutor says the car with Bueno drove back around.
He shot again at the trooper that lay bleeding on the ground with the gunshot wound to the face and the 2 responding officers.
The evidence has a big hole, and the hole is a credible identification of the shooter.
The defense attorney did not speak much during day 1 of the trial.
Trooper Casey picked someone else out of the lineup. Not Ramon Bueno, someone else. And that's where it begins.
I was texting Casey earlier today, and he told me he expects to testify toward the end of the trial. After this is all over, we're hoping to speak with him to get comment on how everything went. Live in Phoenix, Brittany Thomason, Arizona's Family.